Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I'm excited to bring to you another video with my Valentine treats. I absolutely have the best time making them. It's probably the most joy I get out of stamping when I get to create cute boxes and covers and ways to present just gifts and random kindness treats. So today I'm doing a gift card holder, and the theme is robots because I'm using the nuts and bolts set. This is my 4th video, but there'll be 3 more after this using this stamp set. It is adorable. I think it's great for birthdays. It does not have to be for Valentine's Day, so definitely check it out. And this is a gift card holder, and I have made a robot head that holds this gift. And so there's a little gift card in there, but you can use any gift card you want to any store that you want. And there's a little robot inside. I just colored it to match the colors of my paper, and I used my gift card as my guide. So whatever color gift card you get, or you can make the robot to match. So I'm gonna explain what I've used. I have already die cut everything just to make it a little bit easier for us. So let me grab my notes because I wrote down all the shapes and sizes and things that I used, and I definitely don't want to mess that up for you guys because obviously you need to know what to use, right? So you can recreate it. So let me grab my notes. So let me move this out of the way, but you know that this is the stamp set that we are using. Get that out of the way. We're using the Give It a Whirl dies. And from here, I have done both of these hearts. So here they are. So those are 2. That's out of there. There's also a second pack here in the back. And it has these 2. And I have also used that heart there and this heart here. And I used that for the nose, the small one. And then I cut 4 of these. I used them for the eyes, and then I used them for the antenna pieces that come out from the side. So you'll need 4 of these, 1 of these, and 2 of these. So this little Give It a Whirl dies got quite a bit of use, okay? So that's the first set of dies. Let me get that out of the way, and we'll just keep going. So then I decided to make his face a rectangle. And so here I've used 2 rectangles, and it is the 3rd largest. So from the outside, grab the 3rd one in of these rectangles here for the face. And that's what actually opens and closes. So you're gonna need 2 of those. And then his little mouth here, hopefully I did cut that out. I think, oh yeah, here it is. I've used this small skinny rectangle right here for the mouth, and so you need 1 of those, okay? I'm gonna put all my pieces over here to the side so that I can grab them when I need them. Oh, I also forgot, out of the Give It a Whirl dies, I also used this circle right here. And I did 2 circles, so you need 2 of this circle. And I used those for the 2 sides, like kind of for the ear area. And these I ran through the embossing folder right here, which is called Dotty Hearts. And it has 2 different embossing folders. One has these lines of hearts and one has these random hearts. And I used this Dotty Heart folder to cut those, after I cut them out, I ran them through so that they had some texture. So those circles have that. This circle here is from our circle dies, and it is this circle right here. So this is the largest. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th largest circle, or the 4th smallest, whatever works for you. But you're gonna do a circle, and again I use that same Dotty Hearts, and that's the one down here for the neck. Then I used this really fun shape right here, and I got it from this hippo and Friends dies. This is a great die set, even if you don't have this stamp set. So this one right here, I cut it out. It's the second smallest. And I also ran it through the Dottie embossing folder, the Dottie hearts, and I got that texture on the back. I really love that. So definitely you need one of those. Then with the Hippo and Friends dies, I also used this little wiggle, and I cut 2 of these out. So 2 of those you're gonna need. And those are the little antenna pieces for the sides. Now, the rest of the dimensions are going to be strips of cardstock. So let me get all the dies out of the way. And I will go over those as we get to them, because there's no need on bringing all of this out until we need to get to those. So we'll start here. I have colored on the inside, let me show you. It says, "You make my heart go beep," and I use this cute little robot. I have stamped him in Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and then I used 3 blends to color him. I used light mango, I used light Melon Mambo, light Bermuda Bay, and light Calypso Coral. So those were the 3. And when you buy these, you get a light and a dark in your pack, so you get a 2-pack. And I used the light for all 3 of them. So Melon Mambo, Bermuda Bay, and Calypso Coral, I used the light on all 3 of those. All right, let's do just a little bit of stamping to get started. And we are going to stamp the words "Greetings Human." I'm gonna grab a little scrap paper that I have here. I'm gonna put it under here. I just wanna make sure, I think it will fit. So we're gonna do greetings and then human. So we'll do greetings, because I don't wanna use the kind in the middle. I just wanna do greetings. There we go. We use the other side. I should have another scrap here somewhere. All right, so those are our words. We're also going to stamp "You Make My Heart Go Beep." So let me grab that. We're gonna stamp that in this piece right here. "You make my heart go beep." So cute the saying is. And so let's go ahead. I already did this little guy. He stamped and colored and cut out, so we don't need to do anything with him. Let me clean these stamps and get them out of the camera so we have plenty of room to assemble our robot. And like I said, I'll give you dimensions as we go along for the other pieces that we'll be using. If you don't know what that was that I used there, that is called a chamois, and it's amazing. I love it. I'm putting some adhesive. This is our wet adhesive. It's a multi-purpose glue, and it's sold in my online store. You can go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com, and that's how you spell it. And when you get there, go to the 3 lines, I call it the hamburger, but you're going to use those 3 lines there, and you're going to click Shop with Me from your online phone. If you're on your computer, you're just going to click Shop with Me, and then it'll take you to my online store. So there is that. Now that piece there for the inside is a piece of Melon Mambo that is 1 5/8 by 2 1/8, and then the Coastal Cabana, which is the blue, is 1 1/2 by 2 inches. Now, for the inside of my rectangle, I wanted to have like a little piece to tuck this in. And so I ran it through my Dottie hearts again. And this strip that I ran through my Dottie hearts is 4 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch. And that's gonna get attached right here on the inside. I'm gonna just snip a tiny little smidge off. It's a little too long. And we're gonna put a line of glue, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach this in. We're gonna do down one side, down the other, and place that there. And then I'm gonna show you how, depending on how wide your gift card is, you're gonna kind of place it like that. And then I wanted it to be tight so it would hold my gift card in. So I just gave it a little bit more room, a little bit more glue so that it would be closer to the gift card and it would tuck in really tightly. So let's go ahead and attach this. That little snoring that you may hear is my Yorkie. She's 13 and she's super sweet. She sleeps in my stamp studio here while I am working. She likes to hang out with me. And sometimes she starts snoring, so sorry if you hear that. I also have my daughter's bunny in here with me. He's super cute. His name is Jasper, and he's a free roam bunny. And he is precious. You will love him. And he loves to hang out with me, and sometimes he makes some noise in here, so just be aware. So we're gonna grab our other rectangle here, and we are gonna put the short end up here, kind of butt it up against, and at the 1/2 inch mark, I'm gonna score down this end, and this is what is gonna form the front of our robot's face here. So this is our Simply scoreboard. I love it because it has lines through it. It helps me really well, so I'm gonna do that. I'm going to grab my bone folder and burnish it. All right, so that's where we're going to put some adhesive, and we are going to attach these two pieces together. I'm getting close to being empty on this glue. I won't be surprised if it runs out mid-video, but we'll just play with it and see what happens. So I'm going to turn this upside down because I really want to attach it over the top so that the edges meet. Okay, I'm gonna press that into place. And then that's our little flap. Now, we have a strip here across our robot, just like that. Okay, now this strip is Clipsil Coral. It's 1 by 5 inches. And I've embossed it with the second folder in the Dottie Hearts folder, and it's the one that has the lines going across. So I have, that's what it looks like. Hopefully my camera is zooming in well enough on it, but that is that piece. And so we are going to glue that down right to this piece, kind of like, it looks like a gift box. So I'm going to put the adhesive again on this top section on the fold there, and we are going to open this up so that I know where to place it. And I'm gonna try and get it even, but if it's a little off, it's okay. And just push that up against there. And I'm gonna press it like this. Okay. And then what I did here was I just took my paper snips and I just trimmed these ends, just because I wanted it to mimic the piece that I'm putting on the top. I'll show you now. Let me grab all my little points here. Throw those in the trash. All right. So see this piece here that came from the hippo dies? I'm going to attach that onto the top here. And I just wanted it to mimic that the sides were, so I did the same thing to this. And then this we're just gonna glue right up against this edge. So again, I'm just gonna put adhesive in this little section here. And then I'm just gonna hold this in place. And I'm gonna turn it over to make sure, whoops. I'm gonna turn it over to make sure it's kind of centered. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just about center there, and I'm just gonna push that down. I don't want it to hinder with my card opening and closing, so. All right, now let's go ahead and do the inside. We're gonna do You Make My Heart Go Beep. That's gonna get glued to the top, so let's go ahead and glue that down. And I wanted it kind of on an angle, so I'm gonna do that right there. And then let me bring in my mat because he kind of has like intricate little spots, and just in case I go outside of the lines, I will get it on my mat and not on my piece here. All right, I'm gonna grab my tweezers. Anytime I use wet glue on small pieces, I like to use my tweezers so that I can place it correctly. And we're gonna put a little bit of him on top of this and press that into place. I'm just gonna hold it down for a second. All right, so far so good. Our insides are done. We have our top section done. Now we're going to work on the face. So let's go ahead and grab my hearts. I'm gonna put them about there. And I am going to grab my mat again, and we will flip them over. I'm going to put one at a time. Again, my tweezers. And I'm going to just lay it. I don't want it to go past that crease, right? I want it to be near the top, but not past that crease. And I kind of want them to be straight. Let's do this one. Again, grab my tweezer. These are reverse action tweezers. I absolutely love them. All right, now comes the inner eyes and the nose and the mouth. So let's do the inner eyes. This time I had them towards the inside on that robot. This robot I'm gonna change up a little bit. Just for fun, I'm gonna place it right in the center. He's going to be a little bit of a different look. These will be right in the center this time. All right, and let's get the little nose. Oh, so cute. There's the nose. Here's his rectangle mouth. It's just precious, isn't it? All right. There's the little face. We're doing good so far, guys. All right, let's glue the little neck on, and I'm going to go a little bit less than halfway on this circle. And I'm going to bring the circle over, and then I can lay it on there. I'm going to open it up so I can press it. I'm going to press that into place. We're doing good. All right, we're gonna do the two circle sections here. And these, I'm gonna do halfway. So we'll do this side first. I'm gonna hold it in place. Get that to grab on that side. And let's do halfway on this side. Again, just lay it, hold it in place, and we'll just let it grab. I like to open up because then I can press it a lot better. So there's that. Now we're going to do the little antenna sections. Okay, this part is a little bit tricky. I'm going to explain why. So these two pieces, I'm going to lay them on top of each other without any glue. Okay, I'm just going to hold them in place. And then I'm going to attempt to cut them in half, but you know, life's never perfect. So I'm going to do my best at attempting to cut them in half. So I'm going to go right here. Okay. And so those two are the same, and these two are the same. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on them. and I'm gonna sandwich the little heart. Let me bring them apart here so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna sandwich this little heart. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of adhesive, and then I'm gonna bring this piece on here and get it to attach. I'm gonna press it into place and let it dry for a second. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm just gonna grab that, get it to grab, and wait for it to dry a second. I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna run a line of adhesive or little dots or whatever along that trail and up onto this piece. Same with this one. And then I'm going to attach the piece that matches it to sandwich that little heart in between those two pieces. See, so it looks like a little flower on a stem. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to lay it down so that it matches as best I can. I mean, life's not perfect, neither are we, right? So we'll flip it over and give that a second to dry. Now, I'm going to use a scrap of Ellen Mambo cardstock. I have lots of scraps everywhere from different parts and pieces that I've cut out. We just need 2 of them. So we're going to cut 2 half circles. And they're half circle punch. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell these punches anymore, so I don't have them in my store. But you can get a half circle punch wherever you can find one, because you absolutely have to use one. All right, so we're going to attach these pieces to the back of the head, okay? And that's where these circles come into play. So I'm going to put just a circle's amount of adhesive, and I'm going to stick my little flower stem. I'm going to put a little more, and then I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to press it into place. And I just want to make sure it doesn't stick out past my actual big circle. It just to help reinforce it so it doesn't fall off. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Put a little circle worth of adhesive, and then we're going to attach our little stem in there. Oops, I picked it up on my finger. And we'll put some over the top. And then we're going to press this little circle into place and press it down with our finger and really have it grab the adhesive there on the back. While that is drying, before I flip it over, this is like the most delicate part of your robot, because of course it's just a little skinny thin line that's sticking out, right? So while we let that dry, I'm just going to move it up here. I'm going to cut my greetings human. So I'm just going to trim the letters any way I want, because it's my choice, right? Since it's a robot, it doesn't have to be straight and perfect. You can make them angle cut like I've done there. It is absolutely your choice. And every time I do it a little different, but that's okay. So there's my 2 words. I'm gonna take this extra cardstock here and that I've snipped away and dump that in the trash. All right. And now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. So I am using some minis. I gotta grab them. And we're gonna put 2 minis on this small word and 3 on the other one. Gotta love the mini dimensionals when you're using small pieces. They just are perfect for that. All right, I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool because it's my favorite tool to use. And I'm going to pull these backs off of my mini dimensionals. And then hopefully my robot is set. I'm going to flip him over. I'm going to put my Greetings Human up here. Greetings Human. And now we're going to put some little black dots. They're actually matte black dots, and they come in a package like this. Let's see how many you get. You get 160 dots. You see I've used plenty of them. So it does last quite a while. We're going to use the putty end of my Take Your Pick tool. So I have putty on this side and the point on this side. There's also a spatula end. And there's another attachment that you can attach onto here that you can purchase. That's a brush for when you do detailed dies. There's also one that comes with it that's a stylus that has a large ball and a small ball end. It is a really cool tool, and I absolutely positively love it. So it comes with that, it comes with this, and it comes with an extra putty end. So if you run out of putty, you can add that extra one in here. It just screws in. And then of course this one has a spatula and a point. This one has the two styluses and this. So you get all of this for $10. It is totally worth every penny that you spend. Like I said, you can get the attachment that you roll in here, and it becomes a brush to take all the little pieces out of your detailed die cut pieces. It also comes with a piece of foam that you put underneath, and it works out really well. So that's an attachment that you can use, but I love this Take Your Pick tool. So we're going to use it today, and we are going to pull these black dots here. We're going to put them on the eye. Should we put them in the middle? I'm going to have them looking to the side, I think. Isn't that funny? Yeah. So this time I put the eyes directly in the center. Last time I put the eyes in the middle. Which one do you like better? Let me know in the comments below. I think this is the cutest little robot. And just the fact that it's a great way to give a grandchild a gift card, that they absolutely will adore this robot and play with it so much, opening and closing it, right? It is an adorable little addition. Don't forget, I'm using the Nuts and Bolts stamp set for the entire week. So this is video number 4. So there's 3 more videos after this, and there are 3 videos prior to this. So check them all out. I have lots of projects. I greatly appreciate you spending this time with me. Thank you so much. The colors of paper that I used, I'm just gonna shout those out real quick, is Melon Mambo, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, and Coastal Cabana. So those are the colors that I used today in my cardstock colors. So I hope that you've enjoyed my project. I've certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, comment at the bottom, share my video, and definitely subscribe to my channel so that you can get lots more information and lots more fun content. I appreciate you being with me. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!